Hey friends, thanks again for stopping by. It's Laurie, and today I'm making 3 Christmas DIYs using mostly Dollar Tree supplies. I'm making my Christmas trees DIY by using some recycled wood that I found in my kindling bin. When I saw them in there, they looked like little Christmas trees, so I saved them from the wood stove. I'm giving each tree a coat, and I'm using my red, white, and green acrylic paint. I found my trees in my kindling bin, but you can always look around for some scrap wood that's cut in any size triangles to make these trees. Once they're all painted and dry, I'm using a piece of rough sandpaper, and I'm going to be sanding off all the edges to give them more of a rustic look. If you're making these trees, this step is completely optional. I just wanted more of a rustic look, but you can leave them fully painted if you prefer. And now that I'm done, they all have these really nice defined edges. To add the small white accents onto my trees, I'm using the same white acrylic paint and the end of my paintbrush. I'm then dipping the end of my paintbrush into the paint, and I'm adding the accents on here and there. For my white tree, I'm using the same green acrylic paint and following the same instructions. I'm going to finish off each of my trees with a star, and I found these small wooden ones in my stash, but you can also buy these at Walmart and Michael's. I painted my stars using the same colors, and now that they're dry, I'm going to attach them using my E6000. I placed the white star on the green tree, the red star on the white tree, and the green star on the red tree. And now that I'm done, my recycled wooden Christmas trees are ready to display. My video today is part of my monthly friend collab hosted by Liana from Liana DIY, and our guest host this month is Liz from Liz Moore Decal and Decor. I'll link the amazing playlist below, so be sure to check it out. And if you're new to my channel, please consider clicking on that little red subscribe button below. For my second DIY and my wooden Christmas presents, I'm using 3 of these wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree. After I remove the labels, I'm just using a piece of the Dollar Tree sandpaper, and I'm just lightly sanding each one of them to remove any of the small imperfections. Now that I'm done, I'm using my white acrylic paint, and I'm giving each of them a complete coat. These boxes are really easy to make, and you can just change them up to fit your decor, and they also work really nice on a tiered tray. Now with my blocks completely dry, I'm going to add on some accents. I'm using some Dollar Tree Farmhouse buffalo check ribbon, and I'm wrapping 2 pieces around each block. I'm adding some hot glue to the top of the block, and then I'm wrapping the ribbon around the bottom to meet it back up on the top. Once I cut it to size, I then follow the same instructions for the next side and for the next 2 boxes. I'm making my Christmas gifts with a farmhouse theme, but I think these would be really cute in a bunch of different colors. Now that all 3 are complete, I'm going to embellish them using the pine ends from 2 of the Dollar Tree Christmas picks. I removed 3 of them, and I cut down about 2 inches from the top. I then glued my first piece on the top center of the box. Because I'm going to stack my gifts, I attach the next two pieces at a slight angle, this way allowing enough room to stack the top box on the two sides. I'm now using the same buffalo check ribbon and I'm making 3 simple bows and I'm giving each of them a short tail. I'm attaching my first one against my center pine and the other 2 to the side in front of the pine. I found a bag of tiny pine cones at the Dollar Tree, so I'm adding the largest one to my center gift and 2 smaller ones to my outer gifts. I'm using my glue gun to attach each of the pine cones behind the bows. To add a pop of color, I'm cutting off 3 small pieces from this Dollar Tree berry stem. Then using my glue gun, I'm attaching 1 bunch in the front of each bow. To finish up, I cut this piece of greenery away from the Dollar Tree Christmas pick, and then I cut it into smaller pieces and I accented my gift boxes. These are so quick and easy to make, and they're not that heavy, so you could always add a hanger onto the back, and I think they would make super cute ornaments too. And now that I'm done, my Dollar Tree wooden Christmas gifts are complete. For my Christmas wreath DIY, I'm starting with these beautiful flowers from Sola Wood Flowers. One thing that's amazing about these flowers is they're all made by hand and they don't use any machines. I was so happy when the company reached out to me and asked me if I would like to try their Sola Wood Flowers. I received this huge bag and I'm going to be using 8 of the larger flowers on my wreath. These are the flowers that I chose and they're really lightweight, which is perfect because I don't want to weigh down my wreath. I want my flowers to be red, so the company also sent me a bottle of ruby red flower dye. I've never done this before, so I'm using a 2-to-1 ratio of water to the dye. And when I'm done, I'm using a plastic fork to mix it together. I have to admit this is kind of fun, and I'm going to put on a pair of just cheapo plastic gloves just to prevent the dye from getting on my hands. I have a piece of corrugated cardboard that I'm going to place the flowers on to let them dry. And all I'm doing is dipping the Sola Wood flower in the dye and making sure that it's completely saturated. I'm then very gently just kind of pulling away at the petals, making sure that my whole flower is dyed. And when I was done, I just continued on dyeing the rest of my flowers and making sure that all the petals were saturated with the dye. The reason why I'm starting with my flowers at the beginning of my wreath project is because once I dyed them, I then had to let them set for 24 hours so they'd be completely dry. So while they're away drying, I'm going to start with the rest of my wreath. For the base, I'm using this 18-inch fir wreath from Michael's, and it was $3.99. I'm going to fluff it open, and so I'm just flattening out the stems. You can leave the center of your wreath open. I'm making mine as a gift, so I'm going to be adding in a Dollar Tree sign. They have a whole selection of cute Christmas signs. I'm going to use an ornament sign. I think there's also a Santa, but if you know me, you know I'm going to be using that gnome for the holidays. This little guy is so cute, and I'm going to attach him to my wreath using 2 pieces of floral wire. I'm folding each in half, and I'm going to turn over my sign and use my hot glue gun to attach them to the back. I'm adding some to the top and some to the bottom, and then I'm placing my folded wire into the glue. And now I'm just placing my sign on the front, turning it over and attaching all 4 wires to the wreath form. I'm adding on 3 different accent ribbons to my wreath. This really cute gnome ribbon that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. This open net sparkly ribbon that also came from the Dollar Tree. And this really pretty red and white candy cane stripe ribbon that I had on hand from Michael's. To make it quicker and easier to cut my ribbons, I cut an 8-inch piece of cardstock, and then all I do is wrap my ribbon around it, enough to get my 8 pieces, and then cut them free from the card. I'm making each of my ribbons 8 inches in length, but you can always make yours shorter or longer. I then cut 8 ribbons in my sparkly silver ribbon and also in my red and white candy cane stripe. So when I was done, I had 24 ribbons. I'm going to dovetail each of them, which is super easy. You just fold the ribbon in half and cut away on the end at an angle. Now that I have all my ribbons dovetailed, I'm going to make 8 clusters and attach them together with my floral wire. I'm keeping the striped ribbon on the bottom for all of my clusters, and I'm making 4 with the silver ribbon on the top and 4 with the gnome ribbon on the top. Once I stack them, I fold them in half to find the center. I give it a little pinch and then place the floral wire around the ribbon and twist it together tightly. And I'm just continuing on making my clusters until I have 4 of each. Attaching them to the wreath is super easy. I'm just placing one of the clusters on the bottom of my wreath. I'm turning it over and attaching the wires over the form support. I'm then taking a matching cluster and I'm going to attach it directly across from my bottom ribbon. And once again, just turn my wreath over and attach the wires to the form support. I'm now taking another matching ribbon, and this time I'm going to the side of the wreath. And once again, just turning it over and attaching the wires to the support. And now I'm using my last cluster with the gnomes on the top, and I'm placing it directly across from the ribbon cluster that I just placed on the side. With those all in place, I'm now going to add the clusters with the silver ribbon on the top, and I'm just following the exact same instructions. I'm placing one on the wreath and then placing the next one directly across from it until I eventually have all 8 ribbons on the front of the wreath. When they're all attached, I'm going to kind of go around the wreath and just pull them apart and fluff them up. My Sola wood flowers have dried and they're a beautiful shade of red. I'm using my glue gun to attach them to the wreath, and I'm just adding some hot glue on the bottom of each flower and placing it in the center of my ribbon cluster. I wanted a bright pop of color on the wreath, and these flowers are definitely doing the trick. I'm adding on 8 pine cones that I picked up in the forest a while back. If your pine cones are sappy, place them in a 200-degree oven on a foil-lined cookie sheet and bake them for about 30 minutes, and the sap should dry up. I'm going to give them a frosty look using some of my white acrylic paint. I'm just using my paintbrush and adding some of the paint to the edges of the pine cones. When they're dry, I'm then using my glue gun and I'm placing some hot glue on one side of the pine cone and then attaching it in between the ribbon clusters on the outside edge. And I continued working my way around the wreath until they were all attached. In my last video, I duped a Pottery Barn silver wreath, and I have a bunch of Dollar Tree silver ornaments left over. I'm going to add on 8 of the hammered textured ornaments. I'm adding some hot glue to the bottom of my bulbs, and I'm placing them next to the pine cones. And once again, I just continue adding all 8 around the wreath. When I'm done, I'm going to add one more accent, and I'm going to mimic the candy canes that he's holding in his hands. I'm using the Dollar Tree candy canes, and you'll end up using 2 packages because they only come in packages of 6. To attach them, I'm adding some hot glue to the bottom and then placing it between the pine cone and the ornament. After I complete the left side, I then turn my wreath around and complete the right. I'm really pleased with the quality and the color of the Sola wood flowers, and I definitely think they make a beautiful accent on my gnome wreath. And with that, my Christmas wreath is ready to gift. I hope you enjoyed making these Christmas DIYs with me, and be sure to check out the playlist. And if you're new to my channel and you're thinking, hey, I'd like to come back and hang out with her again, don't forget to click that little red subscribe button below. I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.